Okay, I believe we are ready to begin. Let me know if someone cannot hear me, and I will try to help troubleshoot that, but hopefully everyone can hear me. Welcome to this week's Wednesday webinar on digital resources. My name is Molly Aschoff, and I am the media specialist and the DL coordinator at ESU 8. And the resources I'm going to talk about today are, you can see them here, the SNAP, the Learn 360, World Book Web, and Visual Thesaurus. Now I'm just going to briefly touch on these because I could probably do a whole 30-minute webinar on each of them, and maybe I will in the future. But hopefully I will just get you to where pique your interest and then show you some places where you could use a like a demo video or a webinar that they might have to help you advance if you want to learn more about the products. All right, I had a poll that I was going and I lost it, so we won't worry about that. I was just asking if you had maybe used some of the resources before, but right now I'm going to go ahead and take you out to the website and work from that. If you have questions along the way, please go ahead and post them in the question box or the chat box, and I will try and answer them as we go. So let's see, I need to pull this over. And I want to share my desktop. And hopefully now everyone is seeing the desktop. And the best way to get to the resources is to go to the ESU 8 webpage, which is right up here on top. I'll try and make this a little bigger. And it's www.esu8.org. And once you're at the ESU 8 webpage, the first resource I'm going to talk about is Learn 360. And the way to get to Learn 360 is to click on the Snap icon over here. Snap will also take you into search all the tangible resources we have at ESU 8 Media Center. So it could be books, DVDs, the kits. So this will allow you to search those and Learn 360. If you do not know your user number, the password is orders, you can just email myself or one of the gals in the Media Center or call in and we can help you get that. A lot of times the librarian is the one that has those in your school too. So you put in your username and password. And here we are in Snap. So if I search right here, I'm going to be searching both what I have in the Media Center as a resource and what's in Learn 360. If I know I want to go to just Learn 360, which is digital resources, so it's going to be videos, there might be some audio tracks, some of them are just like a picture, but primarily videos. So if I know that that's just what I'm looking for, then I would just click right here on the Learn 360. This takes me to the home page of Learn 360, and once you're logged in, you should see your name up here, and you might not have as many little orange boxes as I do, but that's okay. A couple things on this home page. Usually whatever is happening in history or that month, they showcase on the front page. For example, this month it's Black History Month. You can see that there is 178 videos, 3 articles, 10 images, and no audios. There's also President's Day this month, so they have those, and some Valentine information. So you can click right there from the home page if you're looking for something to go with the theme of the month. Also on this home page, there's this calendar. And so you can click on an individual day and it will tell you famous people's birthdays and if anything's happening. So let's click on tomorrow. And here's the whole calendar, I guess, and it comes up, John Glenn's becomes the first man to orbit the Earth tomorrow. So if I click here, it's going to take me to all the information or the videos they have on John Glenn. Today, President FDR orders the relocation of the Japanese Americans to the internment camps, so we could find information there. So I like the calendar if you're looking for something quick that goes with the theme of the day or today in history type of things. Also on this front page, I want to show you that this is where you would find the training tools or the tutorials. So if you wanted to dive more into Learn 360, there's webinars, there's tutorials, you can go here and find those. All right, so I'm going to do a search, and I'm just going to search presidents. All right, here comes my search. Now, once I've searched, I can go over here to the left-hand side and I can narrow that search down. Right now, there is 191 results. So let's say I am teaching 5th grade. So I can choose the 3 through 5th grade ones, and that will help narrow my search. I could also, maybe I only want social studies ones, that they're tagged with social studies. And I can go through and narrow my search that way for grade levels. All right, I'm going to, let's pick one. Presidents of the United States, hail to the chief. It's a really short one, but it has a couple things I want to show you. So once I've selected it, when it comes up, it's automatically going to start playing as soon as it gets loaded.
The song, Hail to the Chief.
All right, this is a Slim Goodbody video. If you're familiar with Slim Goodbody, he has a whole series on here. But a couple things I want to talk about. Now, if your internet, if you're unsure of your wireless or the internet capacity, you can always download this video. And when you download, it'll allow you to choose where you want that. If you want it on your desktop, maybe you have a download file or folder. So you can do that. Then you don't have to worry about it buffering in the middle and those kind of things. This is a really short video. It's only 56 seconds. But it does have a resource here. And I want to show you that. Under Teacher Resources, not all the videos have these, but some do. This one has a lesson plan, a PDF of a lesson plan, so you could download that and use it. Sometimes it's a student resource. Maybe it's a worksheet to go with it or something on the vocabulary of it. So you can also use the lessons there. And we have state standards, and it is aligned to the Nebraska state standards. However, I'm not sure if they're through putting in all the new social studies standards. And then, of course, citations. Everything is cited if you were going to use the videos again in a presentation or something. All right, Patty had a question. Do you ever have an issue with the, hang on a minute, cut it off. Some videos are so quiet the kids can hardly hear it from the desk from their speakers. and some are fine. I guess that is it one particular series possibly that it is? I haven't run into that before, and possibly I don't know. Does it make a difference if you download it or if you just play it from right here? A couple things that we could try maybe to see. If you have never played a video or if your video is not working, you might need to check here the format. And if you're on a PC or like a Dell or Windows machine, you'd probably want to use the Windows Media Player. I am in the QuickTime one, and so the way you can figure that out also is under your preferences. So I'll go there in just a second. I want to show you one more thing. I'm going to go back and pick a longer video and show you how it breaks it into smaller chunks. Let's see. Okay, this one is on the history and the functions of the president, but it's 16 minutes. And maybe I don't want to watch the whole 16 minutes. When they're a little bit longer, they're broke up into related segments. Let me stop that. And so if you look here, I could just watch the first 5 minutes, or maybe I want this clip that's only 3 minutes and 15 seconds long, and I wouldn't have to watch the whole thing, and that's really nice. Maybe I just want to put this middle clip in, maybe I want to put it in a PowerPoint as I'm talking or teaching my students. So that's really nice to be able to do. Also, over here, there's favorites and playlists and making assignments. I have not spent much time with the assignment area, so that's something that you can play with and create assignments in there. But what I do, if I find a video that I really like, I add it to the playlist, and then it's always there. I don't have to research. So if I like this one, I could put it in, maybe I'll put it in my Veterans Day one, or I would just create a new playlist that said maybe social studies or something. And I would add it there, and then so the next time I can just go look under my playlists and find the videos that I like that I've used. I don't have to research. So that's really nice. So I was going to show you under my preferences. If you go there, that's how you can choose your media player. If you go to the media tab, and right now I have QuickTime. If you're on a Mac, that's what I would use. If you're on a Windows, you could use the Windows media player. And I would leave it at the medium bit rates. You might check that this could be a reason that your volume is softer at the bit rate that it's coming in. Maybe if you're at a low bit rate, you don't have as good a quality. Just a thought. I'm not sure that that would make a difference or not, but that's a thought. So that, in a quick overview, is the Learn 360, the digital resource. I was just in a school today, and the one gal said, "Oh, I just spend so much time here. I love it." Because I used to go out to YouTube, but with YouTube, some schools block it, or you have a lot of advertisements, or when it's finished, it wants to link you to other videos. So this is a great place. You're getting quality or appropriate materials. Any questions on the Learn 360? I am going to go back to the ESU 8 web page, and the next resource I'm going to show you is World Book Web. So if you click on World Book Web, if you haven't been on it since last year, they've kind of changed the look of it a little bit. Everything's still there. It just looks different. World Book Web has a ton of resources, and all I can say is you just have to play to find them, because there's no way I can show them all to you now. I will show and highlight some of them. A couple things on this home page. Early World of Learning is very low grades, early reading skills, basic letter sounds, things like that, and we'll look at it. And then kids, it's also for your primary. The student one and the advanced are like your encyclopedias. One's a lower level, one's a higher level. I'm not saying there's a grade level or an age where either one of those start or stop. I think that's a teacher's call. And then the Discover, Dramatic Learning, Early Peoples, the Inventions, Discoveries, those are all probably more upper elementary to intermediate type materials. There is a couple of them in Spanish, so check those out. I probably won't get to the dramatic learning one, but that's a great place to find plays and skits to use for readers' theaters. So I'm going to start with the early world of learning. I'm going to have to start talking faster or not saying so much.
Trex Travels.
Everything is spoken, and so the kids don't have to be able to read. And so that's a good thing because you want to use this with primary kids.
Trex Travels.
We'll click on Trex Travels. We have all of these different places we could go. You see that they're shape, size, numbers, sounds, all those kind of things. Let's check out the shape jungle quick. Every skill starts, there's a story.
Trek learns about shapes.
It also can be read in Spanish. And it shows the Lexile level. If your kids are aware of their Lexile levels from their map test, they're posted and you can pretty much find them on every story that is in the World Book and in the articles also. So it begins with a story.
Learns about shapes.
We'll just give you a little idea of what the story is like.
Trek learns about shapes. A wise old friend of mine is asking for our help, said Crow. He has a puzzle to solve.
Okay, I'm going to stop it. If you noticed, it highlighted the words as it went. However, you cannot slow that down. That's one thing I wish that we could do. But so it reads the story to the student. Then you can play
shapes.
Some of the different games.
Shapes concentration.
So maybe they're going to play shape concentration.
Shapes concentration. Click on a card to view the picture beneath. Click a second card to try to find its matching pair.
Okay, so we can figure out that. There's different games. And then all of them end with a video that have...
Shapes are all around us. Everything we see has a shape.
Has something to do with the theme there. So that's Trex Travels. Kids can go through there, play. Everything's spoken, so they don't have to
Welcome
read anything.
Center.
I'm going to go to the second module, was the reading one. And that's what it looks like here.
Story Corner.
You can start there. You can go right to games, videos, printouts, sing-alongs. But if you look here,
Level A.
Things are put in
Level A.
The books are leveled.
Level C.
So I'm going to pick a B. Just now.
Where is Kathy?
And each book has the Lexile. This is a beginning reader. As we
Right.
go, here's
And
a 50.
Nikki's tail.
A 50 Lexile. So you can choose a book. And this goes the same way. It'll read it.
It's time for dinner.
They can play games.
It's time to wash for dinner.
And watch. But now you have a little tab over here that says for educators. When you click that, a couple different things. You can go and view the standards. It gives you the skills that are covered in this book. And you can download the book and print it. And so you can actually have a tangible book that the student could then practice the reading. Faster, faster, faster. And the last one in the three modules here is called Know It. This is more your nonfiction.
Animals.
So we'll just click one quick and show you.
Hippopotamus.
Oops.
Hippopotamus.
Once again, everything, if you click on it,
River hippopotamuses, or hippos for short,
It'll
love
read
to
it.
spend their days lazing around in muddy water. There, they keep cool,
You can
away from the
also
hot
see
sun.
pictures,
At night, they
videos.
climb onto the land to munch grass at the water's edge.
pictures, videos. So this is more your nonfiction. So that is the early world of learning. Quickly. I'm just going to quickly here. I keep saying quickly. Here is the kids' world book. You can click on them. You can search things. So you can kind of get an idea of what that one is. And if you know from the past, this is how you get to the home. There used to be a bigger home button. It's not there anymore. With the student and the advanced, what's really nice about this is a student can create research and save it in their My Research. Now, with the My Research, they have to come up with a username and password. It doesn't have to be an email. That's just what I used. But I would have the students give that username and password to the teacher to keep track of also, because if they lose it, there's no way for us to go in and retrieve it. So they would lose all of their research that they've put in there. So I'm going to log in and show you why this is so nice. Okay, I'm going to go back. Okay, so I'm going to search something. There's a ton of great features on the front, but I'm just going to search. Oh, I know I have research in here on horses. So I pick this article and I want to use it, but my teacher says I can't print and I'm running out of time. I can just go up here to save my research and pick my project. Maybe I'm going to put it under my horses one, and it's saved in there. A couple other things with this. I can email the article if you're want to do any of that kind of stuff. If you have different language learners, there's different languages you can translate this in, and then you can hear the text read aloud. So if you have a student that maybe can't grasp that text by themselves, if you click, it will read to them.
Horse has been one of the most useful animals for thousands of years.
Not the best, but it's still better than them trying to go through it themselves. Also, you can click on a word and it will define it.
Horse has been one of the most useful animals for thousands.
So I will just show you a quick look at, there's pictures in here, there's sounds. Oops, I'm trying to get to, all right, back to my home page. The advanced, once again, looks very similar. It's just advanced. And the advanced has this ebook center that you can go through and look. And most of them are public domain ebooks, but it's definitely someplace you might want to look. A lot on primary resources. We know that that's really big in our NISA testing. So, and then, like I said, you just will have to explore the other World Book modules here. There's more things in here. I just can't get to them all because I want to just spend a couple minutes on the last resource over here, and that's Visual Thesaurus. Okay, with Visual Thesaurus, now I should be in as me, but I've been having difficulties with this today, so let's see. I don't know why I was having trouble getting in earlier today. Okay, oh, let me in, so we're good. What this is exactly what it says. It's a visual thesaurus, but it's so much more than just a visual thesaurus. And so to show you the best way of the basic things of what it can do, I'm going to go click here on Educators and scroll down when it lets me. And I'm going to play this 1.5-minute video for you that kind of gives you an overview.
Hello, and welcome to Visual Thesaurus. You are looking at our homepage, the front page of our online magazine. Here you will find articles on words, word origins, book reviews, interviews, and more. Sign up for the word of the day, delivered to your email inbox, and visit the Educators page often. To keep up with our growing collection of educational content, including lesson plans, worksheets, vocabulary building activities, and instructional videos. Let's get started by looking up a word. Here's a typical word map for the word home. The word we looked up is in the center of the map, connected to circles that represent its definitions, and through these definitions to related words. Click on a definition to see synonyms associated with that definition. But Visual Thesaurus is more than just a dictionary and thesaurus. It's an interactive exploratory learning tool. Continuing with the word home and the current definition, use Visual Thesaurus to connect with other online resources and continue your investigation by finding images, articles, and examples of word usage. This is all just a hint of what you can do with Visual Thesaurus and how it can be integrated into your classroom activities, curriculum, and instruction.
Okay, like I said, quick little hint. And so when you go back to the home, and that was under the educators, and there's more of those if you, and this is one you might want to watch some of those tutorials because I'm running out of time. So I search a word, he searched home, it was a great word. Okay, it's looking it up for me here. It'll speak the word.
Home.
The red dotted line is the antonym. The others are synonyms. If you hover over a dot, it gives you a definition. If I choose one of these, I can, it will then become the center and so forth. And I can go back. I can, if I only want nouns, I can shut off the other parts of speech. And so I'm just looking at nouns. There's so much you can do here. I can print them like little note cards. But I quickly want to show you vocabulary grabber. I know I'm running out of time. Okay, my deal says 3 minutes. And with that, I'm going to go back here. Should have had this done. And pull in some text. So let's say we're reading this about horses. So I'm going to copy this, paste it into my vocab grabber, tell it to grab the vocabulary, and it gives a visual, but I want to create the word list. And with these diagrams, I can just pick maybe geography words, social studies words, and science words. And then here's my list so far. Let's say I want all of them. I'm going to title it horse. And then I'm going to save my word list. And it's turned them into the visual part of it, and it's given a definition. Okay. It also said if you would, let's go back to one that would be a better, oops. I'm going to go to the Pony Express. If I would left click or command click, maybe it's control click, there it is, sorry. Let's go back and do control click. Oh, it took me out, it's doing what it says. It took me out to the web, and then here's my resources on the Pony Express. So that's a cool thing it can do. One more quick thing, Spelling Bee allows you to just take spelling or compete in a spelling bee with other people anywhere around the world, or you can create your own. If you create your own and put your spelling words in there, this is what it would look like.
Twice.
And then you would type in the word. I am going to miss. Okay, so I try again. Then it tells me how many letters are off, and it gives you 3 tries, and then you can surrender. Or if you get it right, you just go to your next word. So that's
strong.
What it would be like if you did the spelling bee. So much more here, but it is 4:15. And so is there any other questions that anyone has on any of these resources? When I put up the recording tomorrow, I'm also going to link to a document that has the 3 resources and how you can log in and what you should use for your password and so forth. And so that will be there. You can click that and download that also tomorrow. Any other questions? If not, I hope you enjoyed the webinar, and thank you for participating, and look for it to be on the web tomorrow if you want to go back, or if you just want to grab that document to show you how to log into everything. And if you have any questions at any time, you can always email me and I will try and answer them, or the gals in the Media Center are great about answering your questions also. All right, everyone have a great evening.